Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June 2020 Astrology 3030 bonus love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you who are interested in booking a personal reading with me, just check out the description of the video for more details there. As far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through all those, we'll pull some oracle cards as some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot. On the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy, cards on the right as their energy, if you feel like it should be the other way around, then trust that. Alright, so with that said, past energy on your side, we have the King of Arrows. So this is actually the court card for Aquarius. So this could just be saying that you guys had a very detached demeanor regarding this connection with this person. Maybe you were trying to keep things at a friendship level with them. What stands out to me there is, he's holding those flowers in his hand, but he has his back turned to the cards on this side. So, I feel like there might have been some feelings there, but for whatever reason, you weren't really engaging with them in the past. Past energy on their side, we have the Two of Swords. So this is actually a Libra energy here. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, but also for you guys, Libra is your 10th house of career and social status. So this person might have wanted to, especially if you guys were friends, for example, maybe they wanted to take things to the next level. And we could see in the artwork, she almost has that same type of facial expression as he does. So I feel like for a lot of you, they were the ones who actually reached out and made the offer, and then it looks like you guys just weren't interested in it for whatever reason in the past. In the present position, we have Tradition, which is the equivalent of the Hierophant card, which is Taurus energy. And then we have Nine of Arrows, which is Gemini energy. So what this could be saying is that, maybe now you guys are giving some consideration to actually entering into a commitment with this person, but there's still a lot of anxiety around it. For some of you, you might feel like you've been getting signs and signals that maybe you should enter into the connection with them. For example, maybe in your dream world, right? Because what stands out to me there is like that angelic figure with the arrow representing, some thoughts, communication. And it's like he looks like he's trying to hand it to her and she's not really feeling it. So I feel like for whatever reason you guys are just really resisting getting into a committed relationship with this person, and it seems like there's a lot of stress and anxiety around that for you. Alright, present energy on their side is the Five of Chalices. So this is actually the equivalent of the Five of Cups, and that's actually Scorpio energy. Now, what's interesting regarding this for me is, again, we do see for you guys Scorpio, for example, being your house of friendship. So what I was saying here, where maybe you guys wanted to just keep it at a friendship level, this does represent some persistence I'm feeling for a lot of you. Now, I do have to say that in this deck in particular, the Five of Cups is referred to as guilt. So this can be saying that for some of you, maybe the reason for this cold attitude might be that they might have done something in the past that, had a negative impact on the connection between the two of you, and now they're trying to make up for it. I do have to say for some of you, don't, think everyone would fall into this category, but for some of you, this could even say that they might actually be proposing, and that's what freaks you out, as far as like, okay, this is going too fast or whatever. But that's what I'm seeing there, that, looks like there's some disappointment, but they do still seem to be pretty persistent as far as trying to move toward a commitment with you. So hopefully that resonated there. And then the future position on your side, we have Fortune. So for a lot of you, I actually do feel like you will actually start to open up to this connection. I feel like you just might continue to see some signs and symbols that point to you actually potentially connecting with this person, maybe through songs, for example. Again, I'm seeing that symbolism possibly in dreams, and it could just be saying that you're slowly starting to warm up to the idea of doing this with this person. That's what stands out to me there. And of course, this representing Jupiter. You guys actually have Jupiter in your sign now, and it's gonna, I think it might be retrograde already. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, looks like it's retrograde, so, could just be saying that that's having you review those things too and saying, all right, is this in my best interest to move forward with this person or not? And future position on their side, we have justice. So this is actually more Libra energy here. So some of you could definitely be dealing with Libra. Or like I said, this could just be saying that they're trying to take things to the next level with you guys. And with this showing up here, this could just be saying that, maybe they're just waiting on your decision, right? Quite frankly. And like I said, for some of you, if it is that they did do something wrong, if we see the justice in the future position here, it does show growth, right? Because we see the Libra energy here, the more minor version of that. Here we see the major version of that. So I feel like there will be some growth, possibly even if you were being a bit cold and reluctant to accept their offer, that might actually, make them realize that they need to step up in that regard. But also, what always stands out to me with the artwork in this card is she's looking towards the card on that side, but she's also leaning away a little bit. So I would say, you might not want to make this person wait too long if you really do want to actually be back with them, because they might start to feel like their hand is forced. Like, okay, well, I guess I made an effort. I tried to get with this person and they're not having it, and then they might move on. But I see that they see a lot of promise in the connection. So hopefully that resonates for you guys there. And then at the bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Prince of Arrows. So this is actually Gemini energy here. And this could just be saying, well, it's the equivalent of the Knight of Swords. So this can just be saying that there's some communication. Or again, if we just look at the artwork, well, the name Cupid is on the card. So again, if we look at that, it looks like an angelic figure up in the clouds. You might, again, just be receiving a lot of signs that maybe you should reach out to this person, or maybe reconnect with this person. And then interestingly enough, beneath that we actually see the Five of Cups. So like we saw the Five of Cups on their side, so it definitely looks like for a lot of you, actually, there might have been some kind of disappointment in the past. I don't know if it was like, they introduced another person into the connection or what, but it does look like there definitely could have been some disappointment in the past, and maybe that's why you've been a bit cold and detached toward them. And now they might really try to really compensate for that mistake by taking things to the next level. Looks like you might be freaked out about it, but looks like things can move forward in a positive way with some time. Bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Seven of Wands. So this is actually a Leo energy, and it usually represents, defending yourself and successfully so. So, like I said, I feel like this person's going to be pretty persistent about getting the connection off the ground. But that's all I'm seeing there. And then moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see if we get anything from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck. And I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, and what I'm looking for here is just some jumpers. So first I'll be looking for any unspoken messages from them to you, and then from you to them. And if we shuffle for a while and nothing comes up, just take that as a sign to move on to the next Oracle deck, since it's just a general reading. But we'll see if we get anything. Like I said, first we'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them. Okay, nothing coming up there, but next we'll see if there's any unspoken messages from them to you. Okay, nothing coming up here either, but I'll give it a few more shuffles. Alright, yeah, nothing there either. I mean, I'm not too surprised if it came up on your side, because like I said, in this position, it definitely looks like you're not really in the mood to communicate, or at least in the past position you weren't. And even in the present, like I said, with that Nine of Swords under there, looks like there's some anxiety, but kind of expected something to pop up on their side, but probably will be hearing from them regardless. And then next we'll see if we get anything from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and we're just looking for one card here. We'll wrap up. Okay, nothing coming up here either, but if I give it a few more shuffles and nothing comes out, we'll just pull a random card from this deck, because I do like to get at least one of these cards before we wrap up. Yeah, so let me just put the deck down for a second. All right, and we'll just pull a random card, so give me a second. All right. Okay, we have yin. There's the artwork, and the number is 2. So let's see what it says. Interestingly enough, some of you could be dealing, even though I'm seeing a lot of Libra energy here, some of you guys can actually be dealing with an Aquarius, or have Aquarius in your chart, because they had Yang as their card for this month, but we'll see what this says. Okay, it says the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. The Oracle's message. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. All right, so actually, as I read that message, I think that you guys might have even gotten this card in your general reading for this month, too. I'm pretty sure I named your video Conscious Allowing, but maybe I'm like imagining things. I don't know. I've done a lot of readings lately, but hopefully that resonated with you guys. The relationship message says, let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. So definitely an interesting message there, and maybe that's even what it's about. Maybe you guys have traditionally been the ones who are more used to being the ones in control in your relationship, and maybe now this is someone that you're dealing with who they're the ones actually looking to take the lead in the connection. It sounds like you're kind of already in that energy as is, just from looking at the cards. So I feel like, this is pretty much going to tell you that you're on the right page in a certain regard, but could just be saying around that Nine of Swords energy to try to release some of that anxiety and go with the flow a little bit. And, things should go positively for you. So hopefully that resonated for you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.